You are here. You are so busy, ne? How is it going? Right here is the berry tree, and up top parts it's still dry, but in the big tree that is currently having fruits, but it's not ready or they're not ripe to be. It's washed in the face now. From the village in Omsati region, I'm visiting my grandmother here, and this is my last visit before I head back to the city. I'll be going back to my mom's. Okay, it's not like my mom's, and I mean different places, because I came home for, I think I've been here for nearly, it has exactly 1 month now. It's exactly 1 month now from, okay, I have to pass this, I have to pass through this, because there's space between that side and where I'm going, so I have to pass through this. It's what do I like to say? Okay, I'm in my maternal grandmother's house, my favorite grandmother's house, and my only grandmother that I actually have right now alive. And today I actually go back to the city, to the village town. If we speak about Namibian towns, they can't really be compared to like China. In fact, even the village area in China looks so much developed. They have tail roads, they have organized spaces, they have parks and things like that, even in places where you'd call remote areas and villages, right? So let's not do the comparison. But where I am, it's real, like rural areas. People can dig water from the well. People can, it's real, like rural setups, yeah. And so today I'm gonna go back to the city. I'm so tired. My cousin is collecting or catching beds. She's like doing that. She has a setup where she's collecting beds, like flying beds, little beds. We ate beds yesterday, so yeah. And so I'm just here with my at my grandmother's homestead. Someone will come and pick me up later, and to go back to the city. Yay! I feel good. I wish I stayed a little longer with my granny. I just stayed for close to just 2 nights and 2 days. Well, 2 nights, one day actually, yeah. And there was once upon a time that we would fetch water from this, but now we have tap water in our homestead. Our homestead is that side, and this is all bush encroachment, but as well, naturally we always have, and that's called a palm tree. Everywhere we would find a palm tree most of the time in the rural areas in Omsati region. I bet it also other northern regions. So this is one of my late grandfather's water, whatever, that has dried out now. If people would have used it, or someone wants to still use it, they will need to dig deeper. And let me show you guys the palm trees. They have fruits that they create. They produce, but at the same time, they have this. They have that. They produce something called omalunga, and that would taste almost close to coconut water, because the palm trees produces the fruits that are almost in a line with a lime. I think similar, not so similar, but you could mistaken it for a small coconut fruit. Yeah, and that is sweet. I wish it was mine. I could actually steal it and just run away with it, but you never know. The village is not so safe to steal anything because you never know who is on the other side. Yeah, and now I'm just strolling in around here to see, just to look and feel, and I kind of believe that this is such an option for me to just chill and see like nature. Nature is beautiful on its own, and it's also very relaxing. So that is what I'm doing here. And this is a hill. This hill is, we have a lot of hills, small hills in the village as well. These, I think it's made by termites with builds it over, something like that. I don't know. But these hills, they can use it for clay, and the clay, people use it, even some people use it in beauty products and all that. So you could say we have so much natural resources and so much indigenous that we could create and turn into some beautiful products, and that is a great opportunity for all of us. So yeah, and as I continue walking, this palm tree on the other side, it has branches. It is cute. It's not cute for real. But yeah, all this, it's an open land, beautiful thing. Being in the village, I'm just thinking like it's so easy to have a beautiful house in the village, only if possible for people to have a lot of more houses in the village, because it's really satisfying to see nature every single morning, seeing beautiful sunrises and just seeing this beautiful sunset, which is amazing, extraordinary, exquisite. Like, it's beautiful, for real. I just love it. And over here we have this, and yeah, just that. So it's a beautiful place to see. Show you what my cousin is doing. My cousin is busy at work collecting birds. The birds are actually yummy. They taste close to the chicken or something. It's a bird after all. Portly. She's really busy getting the birds. You are here. You are so busy, ne? How is it going? Fine.
Yeah.
How many do you collect so far? About 100, I think.
40, 50.
Wow. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, so that's my cousin, and she's at a place where we call Oshipale, and Oshipale is where we it's difficult, but we collect sorghum from this Oshipale. When people harvest, we come and place everything here, and this is like the thatching place or something. It's difficult to translate directly from Oshiwambo to English as well, but I will have to confirm before I put up the video. And this is a big, huge place to Ewa. This is a very huge place for growing what we call Namibian Oshiwambo people's staple food. Yeah, like mahangu, maize, beans, and many other sorghum, or even nuts, and yeah, would like grow all of it here and store it overnight. Not overnight, store it over years. And if you have enough of these, then you are kind of sorted for the rest of the year. They have a pit latrine that side, a toilet, but sometimes we can use the bushes. Yesterday I did use a bush. But that still works pretty well. It's not a flushable toilet, but it the thing just go deep down in the underground. That's dug it so deep that the can decompose really like deep inside. This is my grandma's homestead. She's inside there. She cannot walk, and she's always like wanting to talk. She does not stop talking, my darling. If you sit close to my grandma, she's always like telling you stories, and then you're like, okay, you can't even conversate. I mean, you can conversate, but I think she's just like, she wants to keep her mind so busy. There's something about it that I'm just noticing, that she wants to keep her mind so busy. Therefore, I feel, yeah, maybe because she's getting old, she's close to 90s or even in 90s. Her eldest, one of her eldest child is like 70 something, so I bet she's maybe 80 or going to her 90s. Yeah. And this is my grandmother's homestead. I really love this place. I really love being here because it's so different. The past 10 years I've been like in China. It's so crowded. It has just everywhere it's buildings, but it's different. And that's a funny thing about life. You can choose to be in the city, but in Africa most of the time you will eventually have to move to the village. Like it's just how it is, you know. Or not even just I think there are some Africans who don't go live and stay in villages anymore, or their roots are not tied to the village place. But for people like, in most of the people in Namibia, I'm 100% sure that most of the population in Namibia will die in the village. Not like die in the village, they will retire in the village, or they will be buried in the village. That's how it is. Yeah. So it's actually I'm having thoughts of how much time we spend in the city, but just to spend our last days in the village. Does that make sense? It definitely makes sense. Yeah. That is a fig tree. It's a fig tree that is currently having fruits, but it's not ready, or they're not ripe to be eaten right now. So let's just get closer to the fig tree and see. Yeah, the fig tree is so huge. Oh my god. And trust me, these fruits in China can be sold. They sell fig fruits in China at a very expensive price. I mean, it's not an common fruit, right? However, in my village, we have free fig tree and fig fruits. Anyone in this village can come and actually eat, if they pass by our homestead, and eat these fig fruits. So it's really a matter of knowing what is valuable and turning it into something for the market. I could possibly say, grandmother, give me this fig tree, and then I can use it for something, because for them it's just the fig will come, drop on the ground, and people can collect, but no one really puts in the effort to make sure that the fruits are even healthier. Or, I mean, there's nothing you could do, right? Because this is a natural indigenous tree right here. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, but I love it that my grandmother has a big veld of space, and so many indigenous trees in here. Yeah, I love it. So I love it. In the fig tree, apart from the fig tree, she has berry trees. This is like a berry tree behind here. There are two of them here, and she had 10 children, and every child has a tree, an indigenous tree named after in this field. And right now I'm standing close to the tree that is named after my mom. So it's like my mom's tree and another auntie's tree, one of the auntie who is late has also a tree here, like a berry tree. And berry trees are really also very important in Oshiwambo culture. Berries, they can be eaten, they can now produce jam, or they can also produce some certain type of alcohol. And the fig tree, the berry trees, most of them can be used to produce what is called ombike, or Oshiwambo traditional, very, very, very strong alcohol. And this alcohol, this one, that ombike that I'm talking about, it's very similar to the Chinese people. Chinese people also have something called baijiu, which is very typical and strong. Though the baijiu in China is commercialized, the ombike, the one in Namibia, has not been really commercialized. If I'm not mistaken, usually women in the village would produce it and give it to their husband or to their friends who are male mostly. Maybe ladies don't really consume ombike, but well, they are those who are consuming ombike. So because it's ombike is produced through a process of fermentation and distillation and things like that. So yeah, and let's go and check out the marula tree, which is another very important tree in Oshiwambo culture. Marula creates another type of juice or other products, and even fun fact, now people have really great products from the marula tree, and my grandmother has those trees as well in her field. So this place is so enriched with so much resources and so much that people can do with, and I think that's such a brilliant and a good blessing. I love it. For some reason, I'm like, I could just stay in the village forever, but I still need to make money for me to be able to have extra things. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I have cousins who are here. They have children. They're living in the village. And their life also just seems to be going well, you know? Yeah. So we're heading to the marula trees right now, and the marula trees are greenish at this season of time, because as I'm recording this video, it's on October, and very, very soon it was supposed to be rainy season, though now climate has changed and it is not as usual as in the past. So you never know really when you'll receive great amount of rainfall. However, this is the marula tree that I'm heading to. This is the marula tree, and it has been here for over, I'm sure, 30 years already. I was born in 1993, and my mother was born in like 60 something. And this veld, I'm sure my grandmother and grandfather, they made this house way before they got even maybe their children. I'm sure their first child was born here or something like that. So you could say that this tree has over 50 to 100 years old. But maybe not 100, because this one seems like it's small. They're a bit small. What could be 100 could be the fig tree that I showed you guys earlier. And the marula tree is really, first it can give great shade, because you can see that it's densely dispersed with their leaves and things like that. If all of it is overcasted with leaves, then it can have really great shade during the day. And marula tree, really great. And these are some of the fruits. These are dry fruits that are no more abused. People make some juice from it. They make beer, marula beer, something like that. They also make oil from it, and it's just amazing, you know. Children would love to climb on the trees, but this is a bit higher. If the trees are lower, we could climb and maybe play on them, especially when I was younger. For now, I'm an old woman, so I'm not an old woman, but I'm older. I wouldn't really want to risk anything to climb on top of the tree. But yeah, and we then have, apart from just having this whole veld, the animals can feed on the grass that is already here, and you could also just come and chill. For me, I just regard the village as a place where you can rest. I feel so much energized. I feel like it's a whole new energy that I'm gonna go back to the city, and I'm more ready to face the city than ever. Wow. It has been 4 years being in China without coming back home, and a lot has changed at home. But what I notice is that sometimes it's very easy for someone to go to the village, to go abroad and stay abroad for a long time, and forget that your village will always be looking like your village. You get what I'm saying? So apart from the marula trees, we also have the berry trees. The berry trees, though, are very much there are so many, actually, close to 9 or 10 berry trees in this field, and I'm gonna take you to the biggest berry tree we have in the field, and also the most juiciest berry tree. Right, unfortunately now the fruits are not on, and I mean, it's not the fruit season of the berries, but I'll still show you guys. And this is my auntie's, my eldest auntie's berry trees, named after her, given to her by her parents. And I don't even know how my grandparents used to have a sneaky way of giving their children like the trees in the field. That's kind of cute, you know. That makes me feel like they are so woke. They understand, like, you should give your children something, blah blah blah. Yeah, but all remains still for the whole homestead because everyone can eat from it. And okay, right here is the berry tree, and up top parts it's still dry, but in the down part there are some leaves. I guess it's not really time for it to have a lot of leaves, but when it's a rainy season, when it starts raining again, it will start getting covered up with leaves, fresh leaves. And the berry tree, this berry tree, as I said, is my auntie, my eldest auntie, who is really nearly also a very old. I think she's either she's the eldest or the second eldest of all children. Yep. And the berry tree, that's how it looks like. Ooh, huge, humongous tree, very big. And this is where it is, like the beauty of it. This is where it is. And so many, they'll have to have so many beautiful, I mean, juiciest fruits from here. Berries are so small though. I think I should find a picture and insert and show you guys, and show you the shape of a berry or berries, because they could be so tiny. Right now we could possibly see an example. Oh guys, when I'm bending, my back hurts. It's so weird. I'm so young, but my back hurts. Yesterday we were doing a heavy work though. It's the sand. Ooh. Yeah, I'm trying to show you the size of a berry. The size of a berry would be in this proportion. Yeah, in this proportion. Small. So someone have to collect many of them for them to be, for her or him to get satisfied from it. Yeah, it will be in this size. That's it. I've shown you guys all the trees that are on my grandmother's farm homestead. And I'll be heading out right now. I need to get ready, eat, and then I'll go to my mother's house. And my phone is like 3% low. And I don't have a charger. Where we are, we don't have electricity, so I can't charge my phone. Maybe I'll charge in someone's car on the way to the place where we're on the way going home. Yep. And therefore, it's adios. I'll talk to you guys on the other side of the next video.